So now I would invite Soumya also will take up jointly will take up the questions if you have any. हैं कुछ questions और? You need the mic.
And being a first timer, also I'm talking about self. Actually, when we come here, then we see people around us do 3 attempts and they are failing. Do 3 attempts and they are failing. So, how do we get that self belief that yes, I can do it in the very first time?
That is very important. Ki you have that self belief. See, everyone has a desire of becoming civil servant or whatever you want to become. Converting that desire into belief is the first step towards success. ठीक है? So you just don't think पहले से ही don't make a 5-year plan that I will take 5 years to. Just think कि if I'm following the right strategy, if I'm honestly working, putting my 100%, I will qualify in the first attempt. If some mishaps happen in between, that is by luck or any by chance, I will not lose hope. I will see what mistakes I made, I will rectify them and correct them in the next attempt. But when you are as a fresher, you are appearing for the exam, just appear with 100% confidence and 100% belief that I will crack it in this time only. Okay?
When you say read NCERT up to 12th class, so all the subjects.
Yeah, see, I was talking about my personal strategy because I was from an engineering background, so I did not have a lot of knowledge of these subjects. So just to make my foundation strong, I read 6th to 12th NCERTs, the new ones, because the old ones were not available in my city. So I read the new NCERTs once, and then because they are very interesting, when you start reading NCERTs, they are really interesting with pictographics and stuff. So when you read it, you're actually covering your prelims part also, your mains part also, and they are appealing also. So you're covering your syllabus and you're not getting bored. So that is the best part of NCERT. No, psychology and all those I did not read. Sociology I referred 11th, 12th because they are good. Indian society books are good of NCERT.
Yeah.
You say that you gave the first 5 months to SBI.
Yeah.
And then if suppose I am giving from July to next 5 months to SCRT, then I have only 7 months left to possibly.
Yeah, so along with NCERTs, keep reading your newspapers. Na? It's not that only if you're reading NCERTs, you'll not do anything else.
NCRT plus newspaper. Then after 5 months, the NCRT are over. We are done with them. So do you think 7 months are short time for?
एक बार में तो याद नहीं हो जाएंगी ना NCERTs. You'll have to revise them. You'll have to read standard books and incorporate some points. तो reading once तो यार या तो you are super genius कि एक बार पढ़ा याद हो गया. So that is not possible. So revise them again and again in the remaining time. बहुत सारी हैं, उसमें भी बहुत एम्पल गाइडेंस है ऑनलाइन में, लेकिन उसमें भी आपको खुद से फिल्टर करना पड़ेगा. जैसे मैं अपना बता देती हूँ, मैं इनसाइट्स ऑन इंडिया फॉलो करती थी, IAS इनसाइट्स ऑन इंडिया, और IAS बाबा फॉलो करती थी. तो ये दो मैं करती थी. फोरम IAS में भी कभी कभार कुछ अच्छे आर्टिकल्स आ गए, लेकिन आप अपने प्लीज़ देखिए, उसमें बहुत सारी हैं. सिविल्स डेली भी है, आप देखिए आपको जिसमें कंफर्टेबल लग रहा है आप वही 1-2 फॉलो करिए बस. आई डोंट हैव अ ब्लॉग भैया, अभी तो बने, अभी अचानक से ये नई फेमस वाली फीलिंग आ रही है, बट आई विल ट्राई कि मैं अपना एक ब्लॉग बना के लिखूँ. Yeah, Mrunal, yeah, I forgot to tell, Mrunal का economy part I covered from Mrunal. It's very easily written. So like Namami was from economics background, but for me economy was a nightmare. So Mrunal very simply explained it. So I think Mrunal is very good for economics.
Those who are preparing in their graduation only, who are pursuing the graduation, they should do NCERT for this one go, or whether they have covered geography, so they can go to standard book only.
Yeah, if you are done with NCERTs, you have understood the basic things, you can refer GC Leong then. That's a little higher level book, but I think reading NCERT twice minimum is required.
You should go subject wise or quantify all the NCERT.
I think that is totally your call. I took it subject wise, but that is your call. अगर एक दिन में आप चाहते हैं कि मैं NCERT का suppose social science का ये chapter पढ़ लिया, geography का, that is your according to yours requirement. Final year में I started reading बल्कि from the first year itself I started reading newspaper. समझ कुछ नहीं आता था but पढ़ती रहती थी, और NCERTs भी थोड़ी बहुत पढ़ना start कर दी थी, but the serious preparation after graduation 1 year I did. Yeah, it's very important that you will develop when you're attempting the test series ना, तो आप accustomed हो जाओगे लिखने का, but again वहाँ का तो situation will be very different, you will be very nervous. Just keep yourself very calm. अगर पहले question नहीं आया, पहले 2-3 question भी नहीं आए, just don't get nervous. आगे के questions easy होंगे, शायद वो आ जाएं. तो it's important to keep your mind calm, to keep yourself calm, and just keep attempting whatever you know. क्योंकि फिर time बचेगा नहीं if you start मतलब कि panic होने लगो तो. So just keep attempting. वहाँ पे आपकी fixed answer booklet होती है, question होता है, नीचे answer के लिए space होता है. So छोड़ दो जो नहीं आ रहे हैं, पहले जो आ रहे हैं keep attempt that, and after that for questions which you don't know, try to write something quality material if you remember, or otherwise then leave it अगर कुछ भी नहीं पता तो.
Excuse me, ma'am.
नहीं, my was that I read got मतलब I went question by question. मेरा ये था नमामि विद्यालय.
The only thing used to I used to think while writing mains is I have to complete the paper, and I used to start with questions which I know well, so I used to go in that order. Yeah, I did them in the end. I did them in the end. It is not advisable to leave a question unattempted, please.
एकदम ही नहीं पता था.
Yeah, matlab, if you don't have any idea about it, then you leave it, but don't bluff. It's not a good idea to bluff, but yeah, try to attempt it. Whatever you know, write little about it, but write something. It's a low scoring area. See, it depends on the marking pattern also every year, but see, refer Lakshmikant. I referred Lakshmikant for constitution and political system. After that, international relations. Probably, I think it's the language. I had a discussion about this, and maybe it's the language that we are not able to achieve, that is being desired in this particular paper. Probably, if you can work around it and get good marks. Yeah, exactly.
Previous paper 20 are heavily current oriented.
Yeah, current affairs is a must. You have to. See, security के लिए current affairs are important, and I did security using the maps. I think using the maps you really understand security issues better, and you can make them also in the examination.
But they do ask this my time they ask surgical strike हुआ था, so they ask, so focus on current affairs security will be good.
While doing Lakshmikant, do screen by screen or chapter by chapter, or you should link it first with syllabus. First with syllabus, then read the book.
See, take the topic. If you're talking about GS2, right? Lakshmikant, the topics from GS2. GS2 may take the topic from the syllabus and do the related chapters from Lakshmikant. Go that way. I did it that way.
मैम एज अ फ्रेशर आप इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड से थे, मैम कौन सी बुक्स आपने रेफर की थी प्रीलिम्स एंड मेंस के लिए?
नहीं, जैसा मैंने बताया वही बेसिक NCERTs, 3-4 स्टैंडर्ड बुक्स और न्यूज़पेपर और करंट अफेयर्स मैगजीन.
लेकिन काफ़ी लोग बोलते हैं कि प्री और मेंस के लिए सब्जेक्ट वाइज कुछ बुक्स ऐसी होती है जो सिर्फ प्री के लिए करनी होती है और कुछ मेंस के लिए करनी होती है, अलग से बुक्स रेफर करनी होती है.
हाँ, बट बहुत ज़्यादा बुक रेफ़र करने से बहुत कन्फ्यूजन हो जाता है. मैंने कोशिश की थी, बट वो कुछ ना याद रह पाता है ना आप वो रिवाइज़ कर पाते हो. लिमिटेड सोर्सेज होंगे, आप रिवाइज़ करो. मॉक पेपर्स बल्कि उसके बजाय आप मॉक पेपर्स सॉल्व करो, वो ज़्यादा बेनिफिशियल रहेगा प्री के लिए पर्टिकुलरली.
Ma'am, if I choose a subject which is not my optional subject, and if a person qualifies for interview, then the questions will be asked from both the subjects.
Yeah, both.
So there will be an additional burden.
Yes, there will be, and मुझसे for example मेरे से electrical engineering का they asked questions about control systems, they asked questions about geography also. तो graduation का you'll have to brush up when you're preparing for interview ना, you have to brush up basics at least of your graduation subject. They'll ask.
मुझे पूछना था कि if I choose some optional subject, more questions will be inclined towards my optional subject or my graduation subject.
That तो depends on the interview. Yeah, that तो depends on the board. Yeah, that will, but mostly it depends on the board.
Thank you.
Ma'am, after appearing for the prelims, we get to know by the evening that whether we are clearing it or not. Means if the score is very low, if the score is very low, we are not clearing. If it is high, more above 20, 120, 130, we are clearing. But after writing mains, we don't have this kind of thing. So how to, as ma'am said that flow is important. So how do we manage that 2-3 months when the results of mains are not declared? Before interview.
Mami had already answered that. Now don't wait for the result. Now
So,
keep.
during those 2-3 months, what should be the strategy? Prelims, trains, interview.
Keep studying everything. keep reading newspaper
and mains both have an integrated preparation
मैम
throughout.
मैम रमेश सिंह को कैसे फर्स्ट क्लास पढ़ना है कि मतलब सिलेबस के
Sorry, repeat your
रमेश
question.
सिंह
Ramesh Singh, हाँ.
मैथ्स के लिए कैसे वो सिलेबस के हिसाब से
From beginning to end, chapter wise. Yeah.
He should start newspaper from now itself only, or for one year before he should start.
Start reading the newspaper. It is anyways beneficial.
Yeah, read newspapers as soon as you can start it. Start reading newspapers. It will give you the that necessary knowledge. You have to get into that frame of study rigorously. So newspaper is the best starting point.
जैसे NCERT जब आपने पढ़ी थी तो फिर हम स्टार्ट करते हैं, स्टार्ट प्रिपरेशन कर रहे होते हैं, तो आंसर राइटिंग के साथ में उसके कैसे प्रैक्टिस करें?
हाँ, तो जो NCERT हम लोग पढ़ लेते हैं, उसके बाद स्टैंडर्ड बुक्स पढ़ लेते हैं, तो मैं प्रीवियस ईयर के क्वेश्चन पेपर्स उठा के देखती थी कि उसके आंसर्स मैं लिख पा रही हूँ कि नहीं इतना पढ़ने के बाद, तो मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस मैं लिख लेती थी NCERT प्लस करंट अफेयर का नॉलेज मिला के। जैसे कि नमामि ने बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट कहा था कि स्टैटिक के बिना आप करंट नहीं पढ़ सकते, करंट के बिना आप स्टैटिक नहीं पढ़ सकते। आंसर राइटिंग में यू हैव टू डू अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ बोथ। You have a background static knowledge and interlink it with your current affairs, so that is how the flow of answer will be.
मैम आपने नोट्स बनाए थे NCERT से? और फिर insights मिलेंगे आप?
No, see, every day they give about 10 questions, and it is not possible to write all the 10 questions. So I used to write 2 questions really, or 1 or 2 questions. हाँ, but what you can do is कि एक week में आप कोशिश करो कि हर subject cover हो जाए. For example, on Monday if you are attempting question of GS paper 1, on Tuesday attempt question of paper 2, so that all the subjects get covered. वो segregate करके. No, I didn't post them क्योंकि I thought कि my quality was really poor. वहाँ पर hi-fi answers थे. I was writing in my notebook and मैं देख लेती थी लोग जो answers लिखते थे उससे मैं कितना match करती.
For me, notes making is very tough. I don't know.
Same here. But how like I use notes making? I think Namami will tell you notes she used to.
I used to make notes from newspaper, so that is easy. That is the easier part. Making notes from books, standard books. If you think about, like, can you imagine making notes from Lakshmikant? It's not possible. It's already in a note format. It's very compact. You can't further, like, what will you deduct?
Club them all. You can't revise it before prelims.
If you club the notes, like you write for all topics in one place. But for prelims, you need all topics, right? For prelims, you will have to revise everything. No?
During your preparation, 1 year you just go through the interview, and the next year you couldn't qualify for it. What was the mindset? How did you cope with that? Because 1 year I am just going to the neck of the exam, and the second year I have just burst up from the book. So what was your mindset to go for the next year?
There was one thing, the first thoughts were, obviously, I cursed myself for having waited for the final result because I shouldn't have. That really costed me dearly. Second thing I thought about is, that was the positive thought, that I have an entire year to devote for 2016. So think about it in a positive manner and do it, like execute it.
Yeah, I had joined the ILP because I was preparing from hometown, so I had a little lack of guidance there. So I joined the IS Baba ILP, but I'd only joined it. But they gave a lot of mind maps, so that I used to follow because that helped me in my optional also. For example, they gave a mind map on soil that had a lot of quality material which is not available in the standard textbooks. So I used to incorporate them in my answer writing. The mind maps are really good. Mock tests I could not give many, but you can use the mind maps they give.
How was your interview like? What kind of questions you were asked?
Okay, so interview is very subjective. It differs from person to person. I can share my experience since you're asking. So they asked me all questions from very varied backgrounds. There was a question from my schooling and how education sector in India can be improved. You know, they start by asking question which is easy, which you know. They will ask question about yourself, which you can easily answer. And then they get a step higher. For example, when I entered, the chairman said, Acha, you have a very good schooling background. What do you think about the education sector in India? How it is performing? So they'll start by this. There were 5 members and they all picked up different areas. Like the lady member, she asked me very situation-based questions. Like, if you're in such a situation, what will you do? Then she asked me a question about, is women reservation, should women reservation be done or not? So these kind of questions. So they are totally judging your opinion. And in my point of view, opinion should be always very balanced. As Namami had said, balanced opinion, multi-dimensional opinion, constitutionally correct opinion is what they are wanting. And then they asked me about my hobbies. For example, my hobbies were Kathak dancing and playing basketball. So they asked me about Kathak, they asked me about basketball, and if you're the captain of the team of basketball, how will you manage your team? So that was to judge whether I have leadership quality or not. So these kind of questions were asked. There were 2 to 3 questions which I had no idea about. I simply said, sorry sir, I don't know. So that is important, that if you don't know anything about that, just don't bluff around, say simply apologize. That will be better rather than bluffing around.
How to fill out DAF?
Yeah, DAF, what you're asking about it? How to fill, yes. So, yeah, filling DAF is very, very important, because when you enter the interview room, the chairman will have the DAF in front of him, and your only identity in front of him will be that DAF, and then you have to build upon it. So, in DAF, there are many columns. It's a very detailed application form. You fill your hobbies very properly. You know, whatever hobby you actually have, fill that. Don't make a hobby. And if you don't have a hobby, as she said, start making a hobby. And yeah, pursue a hobby. So, for example, your hobby is watching cricket or playing cricket. You have to know everything about cricket. History of cricket, players of cricket, world teams, Indian team, how it is performing, why it is not performing, BCCI controversy. Everything you can think about cricket can be asked there. Then you have a column of any medals or awards that you have won at your school level. They can ask questions about that. They will ask you questions about your hometown, about your home state, so about your parents' profession. So, fill that very, very carefully. Keep a copy of DAF with yourself. Just don't submit it and फिर वो मिलेगा ही नहीं कि कहाँ गया laptop में DAF कहाँ था. So keep it. After mains, you start preparing your DAF thoroughly.
World Geography for mains.
What is the name of the board of interview?
My board was Professor D.K. Joshi board.
World Geography for mains.
World Geography for mains. My optional was geography, but then I think NCRTs mein World Geography is covered pretty well. Old NCRTs maybe it is covered, new maybe it is there. So read that, and in answering World Geography question, try to draw a small map of world and show things which you can. For example, koi natural resource ka distribution is asked. Draw a small map, and you have to practice that, because drawing a world map is a job in itself. So practice that and try to use diagrams in World Geography. That is what I can say.
As our classes have just started, so at this point of time, how should we go? Means parallel to the classes, or we should revise our own syllabus, or then we cope up with the classes also?
No, see, whatever is taught in, what I used to do is whatever was taught in the class, I used to go home, revise that, then try to read the same chapter from NCRT or the standard books, so that that particular topic is covered, and then revise it after a week. So just try to be in flow with the class, whatever topic is going. If you go and read some different topic, you'll be very confused. So whatever is going in the class, go home, read that from any book that you're following, your NCRTs, and of course newspaper you have to read.
In the initial stage, is it advisable to make notes out of the newspaper or not?
See, that is again a very personal call. I could not make, she made, so you decide for yourself. If you are wanting to make notes, you can make quality notes from editorials. Like I told while I was discussing, editorials say you can make small notes, but factual topics if you want, you can make. Otherwise, online websites pe daily compilation aa jata at the end of the day. You can follow that.
बहुत ज़्यादा see, current affairs is in continuation, so you have to know background of previous year's current affairs also for this year's examination. Questions can come from that. Revise them.
NCR.
No, not that. All the subjects that are there.
तो आपका हमेशा ही काम आएगा ऐसे में you have a quotation की copy to that you can use every time.
I'll take up a few questions from the online audience. There is one question about sources for Indian Society section of GS Paper 1. I referred 11th class NCERT for this. There are good points in that NCERT and it's very easy to read. So you can refer the same. Then there are 3 questions about economics optional. For economics optional, I've already said that I referred my graduation textbooks for the conceptual paper, that is paper 1. For paper 2, Indian economy, economic survey is very helpful. You can quote facts from there. And also it gives you the ability to link the concepts and theories of economics with the current economic situation, especially with respect to Indian economy. So quoting that will give you, will give your answer an edge, and that will be helpful. As far as the text is concerned, that what text you want to refer, people refer Uma Kapila. Then you can, it's totally up to you. I referred my graduation textbooks. That's a compilation of articles by eminent economists. So I referred that. And there is a question on interview strategy. See, for interview, there are 2 things. One is the content part, one is the knowledge part, and the second is the presentation part. So how you speak, how you present yourself, your body language, all of that falls under that category. First of all, knowledge bit, I would say you will read so much for mains that knowledge should not be a problem. You just have to keep, have knowledge about recent developments in the current affairs up till interview. So you do not leave newspaper reading that after mains you think कि हाँ अब तो सबसे बड़ा एग्जाम लिख दिया उसके बाद अब ना न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ना है कुछ नहीं पढ़ना है वो मत करना. Keep in touch with what's happening around. That will come handy when you will have your interview e-summon letter in your hands. So please remain in touch with current affairs, and knowledge should not be a problem. Yes, you need to prepare your background. That particular aspect you will have to do your DAF. You'll have to do a thorough research on every single word you mentioned in your DAF. Because that is a no error zone. That is something you have given to the board. So you should be well versed with it. Something they ask generally about current affairs and you're not able to answer, that still can be pardonable. But an error from your DAF can really, create a bad impression about you.
Since you both have done self-study, so did you ever feel that in some way you are lacking from people who are taking coaching, or to put it in simple words, those who are opting for self-study, is there any specific area that they have to be very careful about that they don't miss on that?
See, like I said before, coaching serves 2 purposes. One is your routine and the second is your review. So as long as you can manage it with you, like by yourself, why would you feel that you're short or any less than anybody who's taking coaching? That thought should not come into your mind. If you can manage it yourself, if you have the self-discipline to do it, that's fine. Let me just complete the interview query once. I was talking about the theory part, then coming to the presentation part. Their mocks are helpful. Also you can do is practice yourself, practice amongst your friends. They can take your mock interviews. Practice talking, answering questions. You can make slips, write questions on slips and pick one at random and try to answer that in a minute. The idea should be to talk less and, the same thing applies to mains, the same thing applies to interview. Shorter, crisper sentences, impactful ones. That should be the idea for mains as well, or interview as well.
Does the interview board judges a candidate on the basis of his marks in college or 12th and 10th?
Not really. And you are there, you are going to be there for 30 minutes before them, and you can, even if they have a certain opinion about you, you can break it and create a new impression by your knowledge, right?
What are the pros and cons of geography as an optional?
A very UPSC type question. What are the pros and cons of geography as an optional? See, if you have geography background as your graduation, it will be very, very beneficial because you already have a good amount of knowledge. The main pros of taking geography, which I felt, was number 1, that it helped me immensely in GS. Second, I found it very relevant for a civil servant, for a future to be civil servant. And third, there was ample material also available, books and other notes and etc. The cons is that people say that the syllabus is very long, but while I was studying, I felt that yes, the syllabus was long. But when I was studying geography, I was also studying GS, because if I am covering environment and ecology in geography, I am also covering the prelims and mains part of GS. So that is what I felt about geography. Rest is up to you, whatever optional you give.
Which one is better, history or geography?
History or geography? No, that though totally depends on your interest. That though no one can tell you. If you like reading history, I think history people qualify this with history also, with geography also. That is totally your call.
And then for optional papers, IGNOU sources are advisable or?
IGNOU sources, yes, they do provide. I have not followed IGNOU sources, so I don't have the authority to comment upon it. But yes, they on the Brunel website they have referred. You can refer to IGNOU sources, read it, go through it. If you find that they are helpful in some way, you can follow it. You can see how my life has changed. People start taking selfie with you. People start talking about you. People start recognizing you, and most of all, the self-satisfaction you get, the happiness on the faces of your parents, of your near and dear ones, that is the real gift I think you get after qualifying.
We often use a term known as balanced approach for UPSC. What is meant to be a balanced approach? Is it only applicable for the static proportion between the static and dynamic portion, or is it between a full-time preparation?
Yeah, it is applicable to both. Of course, you have to follow a balanced approach, keeping a balance between static and current. You have to follow a balanced approach while answer writing. Your views should not be very radical. It should not be, for example, very communal, very casteist. You should be a very balanced person, a very rational person. Your answer should reflect that you're a very balanced personality and a personality which is fit to be a civil servant. That is what we mean by a balanced approach. See, as I said, follow the constitution whenever in doubt. Whenever you're feeling कि इसमें क्या होना चाहिए, recall कि भाई constitution में क्या लिखा है. What is there in the preamble of the constitution? That is the guiding light of everything that we do in society and polity. So try to be constitutionally correct. Try to always think for the welfare of the masses. As she had said, try to follow a rights-based approach. That all constitutes a balanced approach.
My question is to Mami ma'am. I want to modify the previous question. That don't you feel today that if you would have joined any coaching, you could have minimized your attempts?
But even after joining coaching, I could have waited for the final result.
Ma'am, like in the matter, they could have guided you that what to study, what not to study, something like that.
See, ample guidance is available online, right? If you keep running after guidance, it is again a never-ending process. Understand your strong areas, your weaknesses, zero in a book list based on that, and start reading it. Aim to master that and practice answer writing. This is what you need for this exam when you start off. Read NCERTs, that will clear the basics. Then you move to standard books. As far as coaching is concerned, it's purely optional. It's discretional. If you think you need it, go for it. I mean, there's no such a big dilemma. There's no such big question that whether I should take, whether I should not take. If you take it, and in coaching institute also, in online guidance also, whatever you find relevant to yourself, take that advice. Don't blindly follow anybody. Be it the topper or be it your teacher at coaching institute. Understand that you are a unique person and you have your own strong areas, your own weak points, and everything will not apply in your case.
You mentioned that reading the NCERT. So ma'am, does reading one means that we should learn those things mentioned in the NCERT, or just giving a read to it?
Give it a read. If there is something you think you did not know earlier, so you mark it so that you can revise it later on. That way you don't have to read everything again and again. You can just read the marked areas.
Should we also have questions at the back of NCERT?
Try. No harm in it. There are very few questions there at the end of each chapter.
Ma'am, how to prepare if you are working?
How to prepare if you're working? I left my job to prepare. So, if you're working, I would say, again, zero in your book list and be very dedicated and focused. Your job gives you limited time to prepare. So you have to be very, very disciplined to be able to make the most of that time. because time is not a luxury you have when you're working. Try to make the most of your time and refer compact book list. Keep the sources as compact as possible and revise them multiple times, as many times as you can. Have a balanced approach, and hopefully you will be able to make it. And then for mains you can decide whether you want to continue with the job or take some days off to prepare for mains. That is something you might need. Mains.
Proportion of time is divided.
See, GS syllabus is extensive, so naturally it will take more of your time. Optional, if you've covered once before, in your, like, if you've started today, this month you start preparing for 2018. So you have that time, that luxury to complete your optional revision, and once you can complete the syllabus and then one revision right now, like in these 6 months. So at the time of mains, you can devote more time to GS papers. There you will have a lot of current affairs to cover, which will be important for that year's mains examination. So keep your optional, your strong area, make it your strong area by investing time now. Then you can invest more time in GS.
For the articles which are useful for mains as well as prelims. So for prelims we need factual notes, means notes in the form of keywords, but for mains we need comprehensive notes, means we have to add up the things from internet, we have to search about the topic. So we have to make separate notes from the Hindu or combined notes. Because I have just started my preparation, I am feeling so confused.
Make combined notes. Like you need facts, and if there are reasons stated, like when you read editorials, so you will get reasons why this scheme in the opinion of the writer is good or why is it bad. So make summary notes of those 4 points.
Revising it will be difficult for
But you
us.
have statement-based questions also in prelims.
Like what I'm doing right now is I am making notes on the Evernote for mains, comprehensive notes, and I'm writing the same from the same article which I have made keywords in my notebook. So is it good or not beneficial? Like I have made mains for the notes, for the mains I have made the notes online on Evernote, but for prelims I am making in notebook. So is it good or not?
That is also good. If it's working for you, then it will be easier for you to revise at the time of prelims.
Apart from for those optional, apart from standard textbook, do we need any coaching material?
Yeah, see, I did not follow because wahan Allahabad mein there was no standard material. But yes, I have heard, I had read also on some toppers blog and all that, ki you can follow material from Shabir sir of Wajiram and even Neetu ma'am. So that depends on you. But for me, I think finishing the standard books, it was itself a challenge because there were so many of them and it was completely new for me. So I kept myself restricted to standard books. Notes are also made from that only. Try to develop your own opinion. I think that will be more beneficial for you while answering geography questions.
मैम
हाँ, yes.
मैम जैसे यूपीएससी का जो सिलेबस है उसमें टॉपिक दिया होता है, हमें ये कैसे पता चलेगा कितने डीप में जाना है, उसको स्टडी करने के लिए कितना पढ़ना है?
Like Namami said a very good line, you should know something about everything. ठीक है, तो हर टॉपिक पे एटलीस्ट 150-200 क्वालिटी वर्ड्स, क्वालिटी कंटेंट पता हो, उतना सफिशिएंट है. डोंट गो इनटू डीप बिकॉज वो पॉसिबल भी नहीं है. यू वॉन्ट बी एबल टू रिमेंबर ऑल्सो. मैं तो हर टॉपिक पे मुझे इतना रहता था कि मुझे कुछ पता हो इसके बारे में कि बेसिक्स क्या हैं, या 100-150 वर्ड्स अगर क्वेश्चन आ जाता है तो मैं कुछ लिख पाऊँ, कोई डायग्राम बना सकूँ. तो जस्ट लिमिट योर सेल्फ टू दैट, वरना तो देर इज़ नो एंड. द सिलेबस इज इतना बड़ा, उसके अलावा दे आस्क एवरी अदर थिंग, सो देर इज नो एंड.
जैसे ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट के लिए कब पढ़ना चाहिए, क्योंकि मैं अपना प्रीलिम्स 2019
ऑप्शनल तो पहले तैयार करना चाहिए. इनफैक्ट ये मेरी सबसे बड़ी गलती थी, मैं जीएस पढ़ती रह गई और ऑप्शनल मैंने बचा के रखा था प्री, और मुझे पता ही नहीं था कि प्री क्वालिफाई हो जाएगा. मैं तो आराम से बैठी थी कि अगले साल की प्री की तैयारी करें. तो प्री जब क्वालिफाई हो गया तब लगा यार अब तो 2 महीने बचे, अब कैसे होगा. तो फिर बट एक बार मैंने ऑप्शनल थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ रखा था. प्रिपेयर योर ऑप्शनल फर्स्ट, क्योंकि ऑप्शनल में थोड़े से रेगुलर क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, मतलब रिपीट भी होते हैं और थोड़ा सा आपको पता रहता है कि क्या पढ़ना है. जीएस में तो इट इज सो वास्ट दैट यू डोंट नो कि कितना क्या पढ़ना है. प्रिपेयर योर ऑप्शनल फर्स्ट और उसके बाद जीएस पढ़ो. डीप तो पढ़ना रिक्वायरमेंट ही है ऑप्शनल में, तो जितना पॉसिबल था टाइम लिमिट में मैंने उतने बुक्स से उतना कवर करने की कोशिश की. हाँ, वही स्टैंडर्ड बुक्स जो मैंने बताई थी, मैंने उतना पढ़ा. यार थ्योरी तो अब रटना पड़ेगा ना, रटना तो सबको अपने अपने टेक्निक से होता है। वैसे ज्योग्राफी में थ्योरीज थोड़ी सी इजी होती हैं, वो हो जाती हैं याद 1-2 बार पढ़ने पे, तो वो तो जो रटना है वो रटना है।
How is the view from that side? How is the view from that side?
The view is brilliant. I welcome you कि अगले साल आप प्लीज आके यहाँ से व्यू देखिएगा. It is very very good and at least मतलब you always visualize success कि मुझे करना है ताकि मैं यहाँ से व्यू देख सकूँ. तो इसीलिए आप अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करिए. So it is a very बहुत रिलीफ, बहुत ही रिलैक्स्ड फीलिंग होती है, बहुत ही अच्छा लगता है कि एटलीस्ट मेहनत का फ्रूट्स मिला. So just keep working hard and you will get success if you are honest enough in your effort.
Ma'am, did you make CADA preference and why?
See, what will you do with my CADA preference? I don't know what is the relevance for. See, I have filled my home cadre as my first choice. I might get it, I might not get it. They have some different system of cadre allocation. So my UP is my home state, so I filled that. And then MP. But how will this help you in your exam? I have no idea how this will help you in your preparation.
Ma'am, did you make notes from NCERT?
No, I read NCERTs, I underlined the important points, and if I felt some additional information, मैं उसी में लिख लेती थी. So I think, last question we are taking.
I mean geographical thinkers part, how did you prepare?
Thinkers में I followed that book by Majid Hussain sir. There is a book and उसमें बहुत सारे thinkers हैं, बहुत सारी theories हैं. I read the previous year question papers और उसमें जो बार बार repeat हो रहे थे determinism, possibilism और जो repeat हो रहे थे American thinkers, Russian thinkers, मैंने उन्हीं पे ज़्यादा focus किया. मैंने सारे thinkers नहीं पढ़े थे.
Thank you so much for all your patience, for listening to our share of Gyan. Please do well, all the very best, and may you be on this side of the dais next year or next to next year.
Take 7 to 8 hours of sleep, be healthy. That is very important क्योंकि preparation में अपनी हम health neglect करते हैं. And all the best, you will do